I know without a doubt that Joel Kaplan is about to completely blow up on YouTube. There are 3 major lessons I'm going to share. Joel Kaplan is a social media marketing agency, aka SMMA influencer. He currently has 50,000 subscribers and has gained 17,000 in the last 30 days on YouTube. His hook is that he's on a mission to
destroy all of the gurus, including myself, by doing something that has never been done before.
Which is the first lesson. He's entering a hyper-saturated niche, but he has a strong differentiator and he uses it as his tagline. This tagline is genius because he's positioning the entire niche as the bad guys and himself as the hero. And he's proving this by doing the opposite of the other gurus. Rather than hard selling and trying to make money every chance he gets, he gives away free courses that cover what most SMMA gurus charge thousands for. And by doing this, he quickly builds large amounts of goodwill with his audience that he'll be able to cash in on later. Of course, he does have a program for sale, but you'll only find it if you go looking for it. He never hard sells it in his videos, and it only gets referenced indirectly because a lot of his videos are recorded calls from within his program. This works in 2 ways. Since his audience gets so much value from his free materials, they'll feel compelled to return the favor at some point by buying his program. And it creates the perfect customer if they follow the free advice. This is similar to the approach Alex Hormozi was using until recently.
I have nothing to sell you.
At least, not at this stage. Alex Hormozi has 2 audience segments. Entrepreneurs under 1 million a year in annual revenue, and this is who the free content's for, with the goal of helping them get to over 1 million a year. Then they enter audience segment number 2. Entrepreneurs over $1 million a year. This is where he makes his money because he wants to invest in these companies to help them scale to 10 million and plus. What's amazing about this is that his free content is essentially turning people into his perfect customers if they follow his advice. Joel Kaplan's approach is similar, since with most audiences in the make money niche, you have a large percentage of whom want to make more money but currently don't have any money to invest. So they create free content to prove to the audience segment with money that they should buy their stuff, and to elevate the audience segment who can't afford them to the point where they can afford them. And if they take his free advice for a spin and it works, meaning they got sales or made money, then of course they'll be willing to pay money for his program because they already know it'll provide a return on investment or an ROI. On top of that, his content is a constant preview into his paid programs, since most of his YouTube videos are just recordings of calls from within his program. Which brings us to the second lesson. Document, don't create. If you're a Gary Vaynerchuk follower, then you've heard this constantly. Many aspiring creators think they have to, well, create. This is a huge mental barrier for most. I don't have time to make content. I can't think of any ideas. When in reality, most entrepreneurs, especially now that everything has gone remote, they already have content, they just don't know it's content. A ton of Joel's YouTube videos appear to just be Zoom calls from within his program. He doesn't have to spend any time creating that content. He just records all his Zoom calls and probably just passes them off to the editing team for them to produce them into YouTube videos. He does have a few other formats where he records Hormozi style, and in some videos he does some multicam interviews, but regardless, a large portion of them are just Zoom calls, and for all of his videos the structure stays pretty much the same, which brings us into the third lesson. From a structure and editing perspective, Joel Kaplan's videos are very simple. The intro is a mashup of hooks from the full video with quick cuts and big bold captions. The 2 most important things on YouTube are getting people to click your video, the click-through rate or CTR, and getting them to watch the whole thing, the view duration. When someone clicks your video, you're immediately competing with the recommended videos in the sidebar. So you better make that first 10 seconds super exciting. So Joel Kaplan's team is just pulling several short clips or hooks from later in the video that get the viewer excited. And Joel and his team are clever. They really know what the audience wants to see. They usually reference results, business numbers, sales numbers, appointments set, lifestyle, working few hours per week, living on your own terms, and then social proof, where they zoom out on the call to see how many other people are listening, screenshots to prove the claims. So they're front loading the video to compete with the recommended video sidebar and to hook the viewer into staying until the end to see how to get the results that they share in the intro. The entire remainder of the video, for the most part, is edited very simply. The exception being his podcast style videos where there's some multi-camera stuff, nothing crazy, and his Hormozi style videos where there are captions and stock footage throughout. But I think the ultimate lesson that we all need to take from Joel's channel is to keep it simple, pull hooks, bring him to the front, and make use of the content you're already making and might not even know it, such as recording all your Zoom calls. Thanks for watching, and if you want more of these, make sure you destroy the subscribe button.